Oh Lord, here we go. Oh Lord, here we go. Um, I've been following this a little bit. I've been following this a little bit over the past, the past day or so. I've said my little piece. So, but let's just get into the article. J.K. Rowling slams suspected paedophile influencer. I have no comment to make on that. Vosh for telling her to shut the fuck up. I had a violent ex-husband who used to tell me life would be great if only I'd comply, but you're making the same mistake he did. And there's Nick Munro. I know Nick. Prolific author J.K. Rowling compared prominent streamer Vosh to her violent ex-husband. This is the latest development in the continuance of her recent public discussion surrounding women's rights and the trans lobby in the United Kingdom. Vosh suggested that Rowling shut the fuck up and proposed a women be quieter and start apologising challenge as a response to Rowling standing up for women's rights to be safe from biological males in prisons and shelters. And then there's what J.K. Rowling replied with: "What you and your ilk fail to appreciate is how tediously familiar I find your tactics. I had a violent ex-husband who used to tell me life would be great if only I'd comply, but you're making the same mistake he did. Women like me can't be bullied out of resistance." Listen, Joanne, you don't get to play the victim card when you're the advocate taking away women's rights here, was Vosh's response. Rowling has been vocal in her opposition to the Scottish Gender Recognition Reform Bill, a bill she says will harm the most vulnerable women in society, those seeking help after male violence, rape, and incarcerated women. And my stance on that entire thing is basically being, see actual feminism and the trans lobby. What they want, their end goals, are utterly incompatible. They will always come into conflict. And I say, let them fight. Previously, Rowling remarked about how the UK Labour Party was indecisive about defining what they believe a woman to be. This in light of the political group's remarks on International Women's Day. "Someone please send the Shadow Minister for Equalities a dictionary and a backbone," Rowling commented on Tuesday. The author's remarks in recent days have actually been pro-women, despite what Vosh now claims in his conversation with Rowling. The discrepancy between the two is what they define as women in the first place. As for Vosh himself, "My ravenous desire for a daughter-wife has nothing to do with paedophilia," the streamer infamously claimed back in December of 2019. And there's Ian Mouse Chung. Vosh is a suspected paedophile, by the way. He admitted to pleasuring himself to sexualised cartoon illustrations of children and saying it shouldn't be a crime to possess child pornography. Now, all of that type of stuff I have no comment to make on. However, it is obviously extraordinarily, I can't stress it enough. That should definitely be illegal. That should definitely 100% be illegal. No, you will not change my mind. Other opinions of Vosh that have courted controversy include: it is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. Nope. This is on top of the streamer's apparent standard that we've all jerked it to lolly at some point or another. No, I haven't. I mean, hentai, yeah. Lolly, no, I have not. I have not done that. It's unclear if J.K. Rowling has been made aware of Vosh's controversial opinions on these topics for herself. She has. She now knows, and she retweeted some people who were saying, pointing out, Vosh's past comments. The Harry Potter author has been subject to social media outrage by the far left in recent years, given her opinions on biological males in women's spaces. Enough so that it has made Rowling the target of unsolicited harassment by the drag queen community. And that is the end of the article. Okay, now, is it the end of the article? Yeah, that's the end, yeah. Yeah, J.K. Rowling has been getting a lot of shit. Basically, she's been branded as a TERF, and a lot of the left-wingers, like to attack her all the time online. Now, as for what has happened, now, Vosh's comments that he has made in the past, now, it's interesting. It's interesting, because one of the main reasons is Vosh, don't know if you know this, but me and Vosh actually had a debate now where he says that you can make certain inflections and certain extrapolations from the things that people say. And he used that as a reason to believe that I am a fascist, racist, white supremacist, blah, 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 all those other things. And then also, whenever I said, oh, I'm just joking, he says that I would use that as a cop-out or use that as a crutch, because what I'm really doing is testing the waters to, make sure, oh, am I around my fellow whites here? Am I, guys? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, now I can say what I really think. Apparently, that's what I'm doing, right? And apparently, whenever someone does that enough, you can then, infer from that maybe this person is a racist, fascist, white supremacist. And Vaush used 2 tweets that I had posted in the past as proof of this. Now, Vaush's pedo comments. I mean, if we were to apply that to comments he has made, then what could you infer? What could you infer from that? Right? I'm not making any claims. I am not making any claims whatsoever. I am merely adopting the argumentative process that Vaush used on me during our debate. I am merely adopting that onto the things that he has said. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So what could you infer from that? Now, there are certain jokes that I will make, right, where if I argue for something like absolutely outrageous, right, like, for example, exterminate all women or something like that, I'll say it's because they smell, it's because they've got boobs and they have cooties, right? I'll say, like, dumb shit that could not be considered an actual valid argument towards it, right? That's how you play it off as a joke. You say the outrageous mental thing, and then your reasons for it are so outlandish and bloody stupid that it's very clear to everyone that you're joking. Exterminate all women because they have cooties, right? Blatantly a joke. There's no way that anyone, even if someone that saw that written as text, they would know that that's a joke because of how ridiculous the claims are supporting the argument. Now, there has been cases where Vaush has made such claims in regards to CP in the past, but then he says, oh, but I'm just joking, except he's tried to make, like, actual arguments for it, right? Not outrageous ones where, okay, it's clearly there's a joke. These are actual attempts at arguments. Again, I am not saying anything about it. I have no idea whatsoever about the proclivities of, Vaush's tastes. Right? However, all I am saying is right now he's having a lot of things that he's, said in the past, and as he says, taken out of context, which is something that Vaush did to me during our debate. Also, apparently, the I'm just joking isn't a valid defence, according to him as well. And also, whenever you make such jokes, it's because you actually believe in the thing that you're making jokes about. Okay, so, again, I am not claiming anything at all, right? I am not making any claims whatsoever about Vaush. Okay, this is his business. This is stuff that he can deal with. I'm just saying from an outside perspective, man seems to have fallen on his own sword. That's what it looks like to me. That's just what it looks like to me. Basically, the arguments that he used against me, yeah, they've kind of doubled back on him a fair bit, haven't they? But yeah, I'm not going to get any further involved in this. I'm definitely going to be watching this. I mean, Vaush going head to head with J.K. Rowling was not on my 2022 bingo card, right? However, I will watch your career with great interest.